Misterios ocultos del Titanic, errores y conspiraciones. Más allá del conocido choque con el iceberg, el hundimiento del Titanic estuvo marcado por una serie de errores humanos. Negligencia y detalles poco conocidos pudieron cambiar el trágico desenlace. Hechos menos conocidos y mitos desmentidos revelan una historia más compleja. La tragedia fue el resultado de una combinación de fallos técnicos y humanos. Contrario al mito, sí existían binoculares a bordo del gran transatlántico. El problema fue que la llave del armario donde se guardaban se perdió. Un tripulante reasignado a último momento se llevó consigo la llave crucial. Esto dejó a los vigías prácticamente ciegos en el momento más crucial de la noche. Un simple objeto perdido costó tiempo vital en la detección del peligro. La colisión fue el desencadenante, pero no el asesino principal de la mayoría. La temperatura del agua era de aproximadamente negativo, 2 grados Celsius 28 grados Fahrenheit. La mayoría de las más de 1.500 voltiovíctimas murieron por hipotermia rápida y brutal. El ahogamiento fue secundario al shock térmico y la pérdida de conciencia por el frío extremo. El número de botes salvavidas era insuficiente para todos a bordo, aunque cumplía la normativa de la época. Una ley obsoleta y la arrogancia hicieron que el requisito de botes pareciera suficiente. El barco Californian estuvo muy cerca del lugar del desastre, pero no acudió al rescate de inmediato. A pesar de ver las señales de socorro, la respuesta del Californian fue inexplicablemente lenta. Algunos marineros negaron después haberse rehusado a asistir, añadiendo confusión al relato. Una popular teoría sugiere que el barco hundido no fue el Titanic, sino su gemelo, el Olympic. El Olympic había sufrido daños previos, haciendo plausible el fraude del seguro. Sin embargo, esta teoría ha sido refutada con pruebas claras encontradas en los restos. Los números de serie en el naufragio corresponden inequívocamente al Titanic, número 401. The absence of human remains on the seabed is a disturbing fact for many. The main reason is the extreme depth, more than 914 meters below the surface. At that depth, undersaturated water with calcium carbonate prevents the preservation of bones. Detrás de la construcción estaba la mentalidad de que el Titanic era invencible. Esta arrogancia fue impulsada por intereses financieros y figuras influyentes. J.P. Morgan, quien canceló su viaje a última hora, encarnaba la élite que subestimó el poder del Atlántico. El océano, al final, no distinguió entre la riqueza y la fragilidad humana. The Titanic offered unparalleled luxury amenities for the elite of the Victorian era. They included heated swimming pools and squash courts, accessible only to the wealthiest. Meanwhile, third-class passengers faced very different and limited conditions. 700 third-class passengers had to share only 2 bathtubs for the entire voyage. This social disparity reflected the rigidity of early 20th century society. The promise of a new world was built upon foundations of deep inequality. The owner of the White Star Line, J.P. Morgan, canceled his trip at the last minute. His absence fueled theories that the sinking was planned. The theory suggests he sought to eliminate millionaires, opposed to the creation of the U.S. Federal Reserve. Although the theory is speculative, the convenience of his absence is undeniable. His financial power and influence were such that such conspiracies seemed plausible. The Victorian era was marked by unprecedented technological arrogance. The ship was marketed and perceived as virtually unsinkable due to its engineering. This conviction led to underestimating obvious dangers, such as speed in an ice field. Arrogance was the final failure that sealed the fate of over 1,500 people. We returned to the moment of impact, under the light of the icy stars. The metallic sound of scraping against the ice was the first warning of impending disaster. The crew struggled to control the damage, but the breaches were too extensive. The engineers knew that with 5 compartments flooded, the end was inevitable. Initial denial by the officers prolonged the chaotic evacuation. Those who managed to get onto the boats watched helplessly as the ship broke apart. The sound of tearing metal and screams mixed in the Arctic night. Those who fell into the water experienced almost instantaneous thermal shock. Unconsciousness from hypothermia arrived in minutes, offering an end less terrifying than the agony. Extreme cold was the final and fastest judge of the Titanic tragedy. The splendor of first class contrasted with the harsh reality outside. Even the most luxurious recreation areas were empty in the final minutes. Meanwhile, Third class struggled to reach the upper deck. The architecture of social division became a physical obstacle to survival. Access to the promise of salvation depended on the class of the ticket. The refutation of the swap theory is found in the forensic science of the shipwreck. The wreckage bears hull codes that match the Titanic, not its damaged brother. Furthermore, the actual differences in insurance coverage made the fraud immensely risky. The truth is that the Titanic, the real Titanic, was the one that sank that fateful night. The vastness of the ocean ensures that many secrets remain buried underwater. The human remains, wherever they are, will not survive the abyss's chemistry. The Titanic lies in an environment that prevents bone preservation due to the lack of calcium carbonate. The wreck is a submerged monument to arrogance, inequality, and fate. The Titanic was not a victim of a single error, but of a chain of human and technical failures. An unforgettable lesson on human fallibility in the face of nature's immensity.